to Mindfully Spiritual. Here I create all kinds of readings for the collective, usually having to do with your spiritual journey and your healing, trauma healing journey, since we've all pretty much been through some serious trauma. If you hadn't before, you have now with the whole viral thing. Okay, so today, what does Spirit have for us? We have Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. Okay. We have an impasse. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Reflect and redirect your energy. An impasse. Okay. And then this is reaching your destination. Your light is shining bright. All right. Whoops. I got crystals falling everywhere. All right. So Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. You know, I always think about when we journey by moonlight, we are journeying without really seeing too far in front of us because it's dark and there are shadows. I also think sometimes the journey by moonlight means it may be time to face some of your shadow parts because the moon gives off so many shadows. Believe in magic. So when we are moving forward on a journey, right, and we don't know where things are going, we have to trust that we're going to be led there. And Spirit is asking you to journey with trust that even with shadows, you will find the magic and you'll be reaching that destination. So what, they have a castle in the sky, we have a blue butterfly, there'll be some transformation. Might be near water as well. So maybe actually reaching your destination could be near water. An actual destination. But it does look like you are going to have some kind of impasse, some kind of blockage, and it looks like you will have to redirect your energy. So reflect on what's going on and then choose to redirect, right? Okay, so let's see how the rest of the story goes. All right. For unconscious, we have Judgment. Interesting. Huh. Oops. Magician. My cards upside down. Three of Cups. Queen of Wands. Empress. Holy crap. King of Swords. World. Two of Cups. Seven of Swords. Five of Wands. And Knight of Swords. So you're at a crossroads. It is time to heed the call. If you have been receiving messages that it's time for you to move forward and step up, elevate yourself to the next, what they call it, glow up, level up, you are being asked to ascend and make this decision. Heed the call. Okay. I'm going to ask for one for Three of Cups. Whoopsie. Righty. We have Page of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. Okay. I would like one for... I'd like one for the Seven of Swords, please. Thank you. Eight of Cups. Okay. And one for the Five of Wands, please. Thank you. Four of Swords. And lastly, can I have one for the Knight of Swords? Thank you. Can I have one more, please? Thank you. And Ten of Cups. Okay. Alrighty. just put it over there for now. Okay. So you have received the call, you're getting that call, and this is how you perceive yourself, which is, how you're looking at this challenge. And the challenge is the Three of Cups, which is a celebration with community. So there's something to do with community. And it really is saying that you need to, there's still some messages. I get that a lot lately. So there's still some messages that are coming that you have not received from Spirit. There may be something unexpected coming about that will help you master whatever this craft is that you're working on. You will become a master. So the celebration, the community, and yeah, so I'm saying the community because you may need to find your community. And it looks to me like you are a person you are self-confident, you are very tied into your tuition, you're creative, you're passionate, you're inspiring and inspired, and you are abundant. And that's important because all that creates a self-empowered being, and that being is rooted in the divine feminine. So the Empress is the divine feminine. She is all four of the queens. She is receptive, abundant. She is nurturing. She is compassionate. She holds her light for all to see. And you know, the Empress has a community of her own, and she is firmly rooted on her ancestry. She is empowered. She knows how to lead. There may also be a message about the stars in here. There's a message about stars as well. Follow the stars, follow the brightness. And the King of Swords is where you have been most recently in the past. And that is very clear, strategic, authoritarian. You have your own sovereignty. Yes, you're getting information from your intuition, but your truth, your integrity, and you use your voice. You lead. There's something about leading with your voice here. And you are going to be successful at this. You are going to reach your destination, right? You're going to find success. You will find some recognition, and you will be completing this full journey. You are seeing this journey and this particular challenge through the eyes of alignment. You are aligned with Spirit. You are in harmony. You're finding that harmony within of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The masculine is more action-oriented and the feminine is more receptive-oriented. And so you're being asked to find the balance, keep that balance that you have found in alignment, the ways you found to become in alignment. Like I use oracle cards, I use prayer, I use meditation, I use my claircognizance, my clairaudience, all kinds of things to get information. So you are seeing this through that alignment. The energy that's around you is that you still have some of these sneaky thoughts. You still have some of these thoughts that take you away from moving in the direction you want to go. And you need to walk away from them. You need to seek the higher truth. So seek this. 8 is a spiritual number, and 8 of Cups means you're accepting the lessons that you've learned and you're moving on for the next up leveling, right? So we're going from 8 to 9, and you are seeking that truth, the truth of love, which fills out everything in our life. If we can stay in the vibration of love as often as possible, our life stays in harmony and in alignment. It's really hard to do that as a human, right? So you want to be moving away from that. Now the action is interesting because it looks like you're under a lot of stress and there may be some competition or you may feel like you're in some competition. But this says, take another look at that. Do some healing around your beliefs about competition. I read this thing, I don't know if I can remember it, from last night, and it talked about, it had to do with the belief in like a victory, that one person wins and others lose, versus a belief in growth, right? And I'll have to go look that up because that's going to bother me. But it's really about not competing with others. It's about competing for your higher self, not really even competing. What parts of yourself are being provoked? So maybe this is the impasse. Because the action, this isn't particularly active. It's actually saying rest, relax, take a break, and meditate. So in order to get through that obstacle, and the obstacle looks to me like it's either you're competing, you have some belief that others do things better than you, and there's some hostility, maybe tension, stress. Really, what Spirit wants you to do is take another look at that, is to look at, are you working to try to be better than somebody else? Or are you working to provide what you have to serve others? So I can do my oracle readings, and I'm not really in competition with anyone else doing readings, because each one of us is not for everybody. So I'm needed, you're needed, other readers are needed. Like, each one of us is needed. So even if somebody is doing something you're doing, that's okay. Do it your own way. Have your own style, right? And this says, go at it. You can, don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. Move forward clearly, with integrity. Make sure that you're truthful when you use your voice. You know, be careful around, and I don't know if it's the anger associated with this hostility and competition, but you are warned to be careful of that. Don't just look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have, because you have plenty. You have more than enough, and your outcome is going to be 10 of Cups. Beautiful, loving, wonderful family. And we are all family. So you are going to be passing on this beauty of the gifts you have. You'll be looking at that competition, that belief in competition, or that somebody's going to win and someone's going to lose. Or what is the cost? Like, what's the cost of winning? So keep those things in mind, because you are going to be, right? You are going to be happy, fulfilled, full of love, overflowing with love, reaching your destiny. And this reminds me of, this hermit is internal usually, but he's also a teacher, a guru, and he shines the light for others. I think that it was here when I found it. So I'm going to say that that's the truth that you're seeking out, is how to move forward without competition amongst each other. That one's a big one too. You've got Judgment, Empress, Hermit, World. Lordy, we got a lot. A lot of major arcana cards, which does mean that these are major changes, major transitions in your life. So if you may have already had an awakening or a dark night of the soul, and you may be having another one, because we learn things in layers, right? I always think of things as a spiral. We're moving upwards, but we dip back into similar patterns and we learn another piece. And we unlayer the parts of us that were conditioned by culture, family, trauma, etc. All right. Blocks and obstacles, please. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Five of Wands. Okay, so definitely, and this Five of Cups came up as well. So, a block to your manifestation and a block to why things aren't coming in for you is that you are not seeing the gifts that you have that you don't have to compete over. Like you have lost things, that is for sure. And you're grieving and you do the grieving and then you move on. And perhaps this Five of Wands coming up again is really definitely saying you want to take a look at that. What are you competing with? Who are you competing with? Because it's really only ever you that you want to shift, transform. It's just about yourself. And so if you know, I'm jumping into the pond of other readers, I trust that those who need the messages I have to give are going to show up. That is, I am in that process of understanding that I can learn from what other people do or take pieces of what they do that I like and make it my own. I don't have to make it better or do something better than someone else to feel good. These are important, really, really important messages. Maybe I'll do a reading around how to do that work. But for now, what are the actions and advice, please? Two of Cups, Justice, and Three of Pentacles. So actions and advice. Keep your alignment, right? Get in balance, in harmony. Make sure that you are balancing all things, and that your power is balanced. You're not, because sometimes the Five of Wands can be bullying, so you know that would be an abuse of power, right? So perhaps that is also part of it. It is, sorry. So you may be working on some issues from the past about abuse of power, because I know that's a thing. It's a thing for me. All right, so continue to do that work and stay in alignment. Justice is about being fair, being balanced. It's karmic rewards and karmic consequences, right? So based on the choices that we make, we create some kind of karma. So karma isn't positive or negative, it just is. It's neutral. It's a consequence. So there also may be some legal parts of this. I'm not sure what the legal part is, because I'm not hearing that. So there may also be some legalities, because you are going to be collaborating. It's important that you collaborate because you're going to be creating a community. And when you collaborate, you need to trust that what you're offering is as important as what others offer, so that you don't feel one down from anyone. And there may be some contracts and things that you sign, because if you're collaborating with someone, it might be for work, social media, etc. So there may be some legal balancing that goes there as well. And last but not least, messages from a higher self, please. Messages from higher self. Temperance, balance, 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 balance. Okay, and Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Okay, so balance, perfect balance. Balance in all things. That is highly important. Because remember also we talked about balancing the feminine and the masculine. And this competition is a masculine concept. Hopefully nobody trolls me on that one, but I think it is. Anyway, so the Six of Pentacles is about sharing and being generous and fair. It's about you have plenty, so sharing that with others. Now, it doesn't have to be money, could be resources. Perhaps that's why you're collaborating, is because you are going to share your resources with someone else. It also could be that someone else is sharing their resources with you. So you may be both on the giving and receiving end of this, because that's what flow is giving and receiving back and forth, right? And this Wheel of Fortune, your luck is changing, baby. And it really definitely is saying to me that there's some divine timing. Things are moving in that direction, but there are some unknown parts that haven't come together yet. So you may be looking at divine timing as well. Whew. All right, guys, that was a big one. And I think I'm gonna also look into, maybe I'll do another reading later about ways to work with that. The divine feminine, divine masculine, the ways to work with that belief around competition, because it seems important. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I hope this serves you well. Please let me know below if it does, or even if it doesn't. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.